Hi guys, so I'm going to read Tales to Astonish number 41. So someone wanted me to read the Marvel Knights Fantastic Four, I think it was issue number 21. I'm not going to read that until probably years after, because the reason why I was looking through it and I wasn't really a big fan of the issue. I'll just explain. So most of the issue is just girls gossiping about how Invisible Woman had an affair or something, or tried to have an affair with Black Panther in a retcon. It's a really weird comic. I don't think you guys will be fans of it, and I'm not really interested in. I will probably read it one day, just not immediate. It'll take a very long time. But when I get to the Marvel Knights Fantastic Four, well, I might be dead by then, probably, but because it'll take a long time. But yeah, if I ever get to that, I'll get to it. But yeah, I wasn't really a big fan. Just skimming through the issue, I wasn't a big fan of it. It's not really that good, but or I thought anyway. It's just my opinion, but starring the astonishing Ant-Man, prisoner of the slave world.
I've only seconds in which to act, and no place to turn.
The astonishing Ant-Man, prisoner of the slave world. If you were Henry Pym, you could never predict when you might run into adventure. It might even happen when you unsuspectingly visit a fellow scientist. Strange. Paul asked me to drop over. Said he had a new formula to show me. Yet, he doesn't answer the bell. The door is locked from the inside. Paul must be in the lab. Maybe he's ill. I can't get in there to find out, but the Ant-Man can. Good thing I've been carrying a spare costume with me lately. And since I've taken to wearing clothes of unstable molecules, I merely release my reducing gas from its concealed vial, and there, the gas is already taking effect. I'm growing smaller. Editor's note. Clothes composed of unstable molecules are able to stretch and contract as the wearer's own body does. And plot Stan Lee, script Larry Lieber, art Don Heck, lettering Art Simic. And the fantastic shrinking process doesn't stop until Henry Pym has been reduced to the size of the Ant-Man.
Now to don my working suit. Next, I'll summon the nearest ant in the area, by means of my cybernetic helmet.
Editor's note. The Ant-Man's helmet is designed to emit electronic waves, which the ants can detect through their sensitive antennae. Within a few moments, an ally arrives to serve the world's smallest human.
I'll get a better view from the keyhole. That's right, fella. Carry me right through the lock, so I can look into the lab and see what's happened to Paul.
But, to the Ant-Man's astonishment,
the lab's empty. I don't understand. How could Paul have left a locked room? I better make a thorough search of the place. I've examined every nook and cranny. The windows are locked from the inside. There are no secret exits. No way for Paul to have left. And yet, he's not here.
And that's just the beginning. For, in the days that follow, still another eminent scientist has disappeared. The police are baffled. The FBI has been called into the case. Inasmuch as I, too, am a scientist, whatever happened to them is also liable to happen to me. But if it does, I'll be prepared for it, as the Ant-Man. A few days later, a window washer comes to Henry Pym's laboratory. I'm with a new outfit that just moved into the neighborhood. We're giving free trial window cleanings this week. Fine. My windows can use a good washing. The busy scientist returns to his experiments, paying little attention to the window cleaner in his lab.
"If you like our work, we hope you'll hire us regular."
"Yes, I guess so." But suddenly, without the slightest warning, "What the? I can't move. My limbs are rigid. I can't even use my vocal cords. Can't speak." "Ha! The paralyzing liquid works fast, doesn't it, Pim?" And at that moment, in another dimension of space and time, "I wonder who the window washer's next victim will be."
"Silence, Earthlings! Concentrate on your work. You must construct an invincible weapon for the mighty warlord Kulla. The beast lovers of this world think to defeat me. They besieged my fortress. They intended to starve me out. But when you have built the ultimate weapon for me, an electro-death ray, then I shall conquer them all."
"Kulla, you're a tyrant. And in the end, tyrants always lose, no matter what their weapon."
"You dare speak back to Kulla? To the dungeon with him!"
Meanwhile, back in our own dimension, "You still can't move or speak, and I'll bet you're wondering why I put these gadgets on our heads. Well, you're gonna find out." The window washer activates the strange helmets, and instantly both men are engulfed in a swirling stream of strange iridescent light. We're fading away. And an infinity later, the two figures again materialize.
"Ah, you've brought another to help us build the electro-death ray. Excellent."
"You will be paid for your work." "Just make sure you pay me in gold. Your paper money wouldn't be worth beans in my world." Soon, Henry Pym's paralysis wears off, and he's put to work with the other captured scientists. "It's Pym! So they captured or kidnapped you too? Paul, Ben, Carter, what's this all about?" There are questions, explanations, and finally, when Henry Pym has heard enough, Kulla is holding good cards, but Ant-Man will soon trump him. Now, I must transform myself where nobody can see me. Here's one way to accomplish it. "Down with all tyrants! Down with Kulla! Don't, Pym! You'll be punished." Why did he do it?"
"A few days alone in a dungeon, without food or water, will teach the fool a lesson."
It worked. Now I can release my reducing gas without being seen.
Once again, I shrink into the smallest of all humans, Ant-Man. Uh-oh, I see some forms moving in the shadows. I better get into my costume fast. Strange-looking insects, but they have antennae, just like ants. I'll try to hold them at bay with electronic impulses from my helmet. They're not stopping. They must receive on a different frequency.
But before Ant-Man can alter the frequency of his cybernetic helmet,
they're attacking! But they're no match for the strength of an adult human.
Though his size is reduced, Ant-Man retains all the strength of normal-sized Henry Pym. Then, before the startled insects can regroup, Ant-Man manages to alter the frequency of his cybernetic helmet.
That's it. Now I'm tuned on to the right frequency. They're obeying my mental command to form a circle. Now I can control them just as easily as I do the ants in my own dimension.
Having mastered the insects, the Ant-Man has no trouble leaving the dungeon.
Iron doors do not a prison make, at least not while their prisoner is ant-size.
"The human scientists have completed the electro-death ray, sire."
"Excellent. I can hardly wait to turn them on those liberty-loving fools who attack my fortress." Looks like I've arrived just in time.
But, as the tiny costume figure enters the room.
Uh-oh, an electric eye beam.
The warning light has been blinking. Someone has entered. Look, there on the ground.
It's the Ant-Man! How in the world did he ever get in there? What does it matter how? Just so he's here? If anyone can stop Kala, he can.
What? That puny insect stopped the mighty Kala. Ha 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 ha!
One step will destroy him forever.
But so tiny is the Ant-Man that he is able to crouch safely between the ridges of the guard's boot.
There, that finishes him. That's what you think, Buster. And now, I'll just take out my miniature tempered steel penknife and cut an opening in the sole, just large enough for me to crawl through.
The insect! He's not there! He's disappeared!
Impossible. He couldn't just vanish. He must be somewhere nearby. Look for him. Find him. Whoa, this guy must never wash his socks. But no matter. I'll be soon out of here. Now, if I can just make it over to the other prisoners before the guards can catch me.
Look, there he is! Where? Jumping down your boot, you fool!
Oh, jumping down your boot! You fool! He was hiding there all the time.
Seize him!
Darting, twisting, turning, he makes it.
Hurry, conceal me!
Right. Gather round, boys. Shield him from Kala.
One of you pick me up. Slip me into your pocket. This'll buy me a few seconds. All the time I need to transmit some electronic signals.
Where is he? Which one of you is hiding him? Speak up, you swine!
Hiding who? You're seeing things.
Guards!
Guards, search them all. Find the tiny human. Kala doesn't know it, but the insects that inhabit his own fortress will cause his downfall. There, I'm tuned in on the correct frequency. Now to give them their commands.
He's not in this pocket. Nothing in here.
Keep looking. If I remain here, they'll find me. So, they're cracking the floor. I'll be safe there.
There he is.
I'll get him.
Then, when the tiny figure is but a split second from safety,
Ha! I got him. It's the same chemical which the window washer paralyzed me with. Again, I can't move. I can't even speak. Now, my clever little friend, you have come to the end of the road. Ha 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 ha!
silently, as Kala approaches the helpless Ant-Man, the electro-death ray slowly turns. And, just as the evil warlord is about to strike the Ant-Man, the awesome weapon zeroes in on its target,
and fires. Kala's dead.
But how? Who could have fired that gun?
At last, the chemical is worn off. I can move again.
And then, the guards discover why the Ant-Man is known by that name. Because he has the fantastic power to make other insects serve him.
I couldn't move or speak, but I could think, and my cybernetic helmet transmitted my thoughts to the insects.
Our warlord is gone, but we can still carry on. No, without Kala, we could never conquer this land.
You're through. Even now my insects are pulling the lever, which opens the entrance of the fortress.
And, as the mighty gate swings open, the enemies of tyranny pour into the citadel, where they have little trouble in defeating their leaderless enemy.
The menace is ended. The people of our land can breathe easily again.
Thanks to the Ant-Man.
Over there, look!
It's the window washer with another prisoner. He doesn't realize we're free now. His game is up.
Now's my chance to sneak back and enlarge myself. Got to become Henry Pym before they realize I was gone.
Come on, we'll let Pym out of the dungeon. The poor guy must be stir crazy by now. Just in time. Finally, it was you who turned against your fellow humans and caused us to be imprisoned here. So what? Kala offered me a fortune. It was worth the chance. Anyway, you can't do anything to me. You ain't policeman.
But we can do something. We shall keep you here as our prisoner until you have truly reformed.
Minutes later, imagine if Kala had used his scientific knowledge for good. Even this dimension transporter, which is returning us to our own world, what a boon it could have been. But Kala is gone, and his secrets are lost with him. We're home again. To breathe fresh, earthly air again. But one thing bothers me. How did the Ant-Man reach that other dimension? And where is he now? I can't figure that one out either. I guess we'll never learn the answer. Perhaps it doesn't matter how the Ant-Man gets where he does. Just so we know that whenever he's needed, he's always there. The end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.